Jamma, 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 hey jamma, jamma.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I missed you guys. I'm sorry I haven't really been uploading. I have been filming quite a bit, but I just haven't been liking my makeup for some reason, but I really like it today. Lips are bare because we're talking about my lips today, so I didn't want to have anything on while I talk about them. So this is a highly requested topic of conversation. There has been a lot of speculation and rumors and I don't know even know what to call it over the years. So this, I guess, is the exclusive tea. I have never ever publicly talked about this, and it's not really for one specific reason. I'm an open book. I'm very transparent. I'm very open about my life. And so, this wasn't me being like, oh, I'm embarrassed, or oh, people are going to judge me, or oh, it's shameful. Like, it's nothing like that. It's just my lips have been such a process that I just didn't have like good information to give you guys because it was just such a process. It's not like I just went one day, got them done, and they were done. So I could share that experience with you guys. It was a very up and down, long, loopy process, and just now I'm ready to share because I did just dissolve them completely a couple of weeks ago, and then I got them redone last week, and I'm extremely happy with them. And so yeah, we're gonna talk all about it. Hi guys, I'm Irene Sarah, and I'm here at California Cosmetics. They dissolved my lips last week and we're redoing them today, and I'm so excited, and I'm excited for you guys to see the transformation. Like, I've been getting my lips done for 5 years. Like, before I ever moved to LA, like the first doctor I was going to in Chicago like didn't even know who Kylie Jenner was. Like, that's how long I've been doing this, but no one really noticed until I was pregnant. So we're going to talk about the whole journey. When I first started getting them done, it wasn't as mainstream as it is now. Like, now it's literally like going and getting a facial. There's less taboo about it. Like, people aren't so skittish about it, at least in like big cities like LA. I'm not sure how it is like back home in Michigan where I'm from or wherever, but here it's very, very normal. It's actually abnormal to see someone that doesn't have filler, but it's just a trend. Here are my original lips. Yeah, I always hated my mouth. I have a severe overbite. I had headgear for 4 years from age 12 to 16, and I didn't even complete my treatment, but I wanted them off because I was turning 16 and I was just over it. And yeah, I had to wear headgear. My parents made me wear it to school. So my overbite is better, but it's still there. Like, it was never corrected. And so I always had a very gummy smile. Let me insert one here. Which isn't a big deal. I've always been really insecure about like the size of my teeth and just how gummy I was and whatever. And so I just wanted something that would, one, cover my gums a little bit, and then also my lips, it's just my anatomy. It's not about them originally being thin, but they had a lot of lines on them, and so they had a very dry, shriveled up kind of appearance. And so I wanted a more hydrated look, and so that was my goal. And so when I first started getting my lips done, I would get very little at a time. I'd do like a half syringe at a time, and it just gave me a more hydrated appearance, but it still looked like me. They were about the same size. They were just a little more hydrated looking. And so it's funny, it took years of me like begging my husband to give me the green light to like go do this, because like I said, I started before this was mainstream. It was still a little taboo. We were living in the Midwest where things like this aren't everywhere the way they are in LA. He was like very, very against it. He thought I'd come back looking like a cat face. Like, he was not down. And then I don't even know how exactly I convinced him, but it was like years of like literally crying of like, please, like, I want to do this. Like, and I don't want to do it with you resenting me or like being upset about it. Like, please just like give me your blessing so I can go do it. And so eventually he was like, you know what? Maybe I'm overreacting. Fine, go do it. So I go, I get only a half syringe. Here's like a photo, I guess. And I come back, and he was like annoyed that I looked the same. Like, I could see the difference, but like he couldn't. You know what I mean? Because like no one knows like your own face like yourself. And so, I still look like me, and I just had like a more hydrated look, and I was like extremely happy. I was super happy with it. And he was like, you spent $700 to like look the same? And I was like, you would be so mad if I came back with a completely different face. So like be happy that like my aesthetic goal was still to look like myself, just a little enhanced, you know? And so sorry Wasim, but from that point onwards, I wouldn't even tell him before I went to go do it because I was like, you know what? It was like an argument for like years, and he saw what a not big deal it is and that I look the same. Like, I don't want to have this argument like every time I want to touch up. So he never noticed. I remember one time I did a little more than usual. Like I think I did a whole syringe instead of half. And I was like feeling myself. Like I finally wore like a dark lipstick. Like it looked really good. And here's a photo. Because I remember this exact night that I was wearing this lipstick and we went out, he like kept looking at me and he was like, you look really good today. And I was like, oh, okay, thanks. He's like, yeah, like something looks different, but I don't know what it is, but like you look so good. And I was like, I know. I was extremely happy with how they looked, and I continued to stay happy for a couple years. Then I moved to LA, and so obviously I started seeing different injectors because I wasn't living in Chicago anymore. And here it was like, also being an influencer, you know, different doctors or med spas or laser places would like be like, oh, come in for like some lip filler and like just tag us or something, you know? So I wasn't really doing my research on who was going to be injecting my lips, you know? And yeah, so like just different techniques over the years and different aesthetics of where filler should go. I started to not love them as much, but I remember exactly when I was like, whoa, I hate my lips. And it was actually right before I got pregnant. I was so mad. It was my 30th birthday. And so I was already feeling like, ugh, I'm turning 30, you know? And I already had quite a bit of filler in my lips already from like the past couple years. And so usually I always did just a little touch up or like half a syringe or something. And it was right before my 30th birthday. And I was like, I'm turning 30. I just want to look hot. And so I went in for a full syringe, which normally would be okay. And it's not like I was doing like 2 syringes at a time, like which a lot of girls were doing when, you know, the trend was really peaking. Anyway, so I went in for 1 syringe, literally like, yeah, not even a week before my birthday, because I remembered I looked busted on my birthday trip. We went to Maui. But the girl that did them was really, really rude. So I loved what I had going on already before I went in there. And I forgot what I said, but I was just like, oh, I was just trying to explain to her like my aesthetic goals, what I wanted, what I like. So I was opening up pictures of like other like beauty gurus and stuff. And she's like, oh, yeah, that might look good in pictures. Stuff like that looks like shit in person. Like she said it just like that. And I was like, actually, I know these girls and they look amazing in person. And like, she just would not listen. And so the way I like my filler, which is how it is right now, is I like it concentrated in the middle. I don't like it on the sides because I already have like a small little round mouth. I don't have like a wide mouth or smile. And so when the filler goes all the way across, then I get that like sausage, like hot dog lip, you know? And I also don't like it all in the perimeter because that's when you get that like duck lip, you know? I like it just pouty right in the middle. Boom, you know? And she like would not listen. And I was like, like why is she like so rude, you know? And so anyway, so she pretty much did whatever the hell she wanted. And that's my bad for not speaking up or stopping her or being like, get someone else. But she put it all in the perimeter. And I don't really have photos just because like I hated how it looked. And then I got pregnant like a few days after my birthday. Like I know the exact date. I just don't believe in doing anything elective while you're pregnant, even if it's safe. It just was not on my priority list. I wasn't really getting ready. I was like sleeping 20 hours a day, like my entire first trimester. And so that was just a long hiatus from like doing anything, like pregnant for 8-9 months because I had her a little early, and then breastfeeding for 13 months. Like it was a very long time, you know, and even after that, I didn't do anything because I didn't want to go through the process of dissolving them and waiting with my like shrivelly old lips. Finally, I took the plunge a couple weeks ago. So that was like 3 years? No. Little over 2 years because it was October of 2016 then I turned 30 and then got pregnant. So even though like lip filler is temporary, I don't know. I swear, at least for me, my body does not metabolize it quickly. Like I swear I still had filler from like 2014 or whenever like that was in Chicago that I started. But anyway, even after I weaned off breastfeeding, it still wasn't really a priority. Like my life has changed, my priorities have changed. I'm not as I was gonna say I'm not as vain, but like no, I mean I love aesthetics, I love beauty, I love makeup, I love all this stuff. I love this world, but it's never been like high priority where I need to drop everything, including my kid, to go do it. So anyway, but it's funny because people didn't really start noticing that I did something to my lips until I got pregnant, because when I was pregnant, everything swelled up. But I looked really freaking weird when I was pregnant, especially near the end. And I was just telling one of my girlfriends this today, like near the end, like my lips and my nose got really like swollen, but my face got really gaunt and really small and bony and just, I looked very odd, but my lips were really big when I was pregnant. I didn't like how they looked, but they were definitely naturally a lot bigger and swollen and smooth. So I like the smoothness, but yeah, anyway, I'm rambling. Yeah, so that's when you guys really started noticing. And even after giving birth and stuff, my lips were just kind of like deformed. Not deformed, but they were like a blob. They were. I always described them as amorphous. Like I liked them when I would do my makeup because I always wear a brown liner. You guys know that. And I would literally draw a shape on and then fill it in with the lipstick. You know, and so if I'm drawing on the shape, it looks good. But now I have my natural shape back, but they're plumped up too. So I'm really happy. Yeah, so it was Marissa at California Cosmetics that dissolved and redid my lips. And I was just so comfortable with her because she was very meticulous and she took her time. Like most places that I've gone to, except for maybe one, they rush. Like they won't fully listen to your goals. They'll run out of the room as soon as they're done and have their assistant or nurse like clean you up and ice you down. And it's kind of like, can you stay? Like, I know it's not surgery or like anything serious, but like, can you hang out with me a little bit of bedside manner? You know what I mean? So I really liked Marissa. She really took her time. She really listened to what I like. I like a little bit of a keyhole pout. Mine's not dramatic because I only did one syringe and she told me that. She was like, you know, you would need like more to really get that like Kylie Jenner like cleave, you know? But I don't think I want more. Like I'm really happy with the size, the shape, the smoothness, because yes, of course, I'm not going to lie in front and whatever. I do love that they're bigger, but my biggest concern was those lines. And so the 1 week where they were dissolved, I was like, oh, like my shape was finally back after being amorphous for like 2 years plus. I was really happy to see my shape again, but like they were just so shrivelly looking and dry looking. And then I got them redone and I was like, ooh, they look so good. But when I glammed last time, I was still really swollen and I was like, oh, like I didn't want them to be this big. Like I never wanted my lips to like take over my face, which is kind of what they were doing when I was pregnant. So yeah, now they're completely healed. The swelling is down. Like this is probably how they're going to be for a little while. And I'm so happy. Thank you, Marissa. I swear, like, and my natural shape is there. My shape wasn't the best, you know? Everyone's anatomy is different. Right now, my lips are actually pretty hydrated, but like, I'm dry in general. And so usually they're not very smooth under here. And so before I got them dissolved, I thought it was just all the lumpy filler over the years, all the different people injecting. But after I dissolved them and saw them without anything, I realized that that's just my anatomy. That's just my shape, you know? And I'll never get that super smooth, like JD Wadey look. Like I just won't. Like she has, even though she has filler, she has like such a beautiful natural anatomy that like it holds the filler well. Whereas with me, if I do too much, it's gonna be lumpy, it's not gonna be smooth, and it'll be like huge, you know? Like I don't think I can hold more than this and still look like soft. You know what I mean? Without looking too harsh and cat-like. I recorded Marissa dissolving them, and I also recorded her refilling them, and there is a video on their page of when they redid my lips. And, you know, I would have just reposted that, but I think it's really important for you guys to see how they look when they're healed, and the swelling is down and the bruising is gone, because the after in their video, which I will include here, like it doesn't look as clean like this. That's just because there's so much poking and like, you know, swelling from the anesthesia and everything. I'm drinking out of my daughter's sippy cup, by the way. I'm so thirsty and this is the only thing in here. I wanted to give you guys like a final look, like healed look. So now let's fill them in. Let's do KKW. Where are you at, KKW? Oh, here. So Nude 2 is my favorite brown. I just bought another one. And I also bought Nude 1. But I'm just going to stick to Nude 2 today just because I know it. So I still overline a bit just because I like that look. Okay, and I just bought the KKW Nude 4 lipstick. I haven't tried it yet, but I am excited to. Ew. I am obsessed with this lip. I'm so happy I bought it. You know what else people always noticed? So one, yes, when I was pregnant because my lips were just bigger, but anytime I wore a dark lip liner like this with a lighter lipstick, every single time, I knew it. I'm like, people are gonna be like, oh my God, she's just getting her lips done and right and left. Like I would always get comments like, oh, her lips are about to explode. Like relax on the fillers. Like you're doing too much now. It's like, I hadn't done anything in 2 years at that point, you know? So that's what was like hysterical to me, that like sometimes, and I'm not saying it's everyone, or it's just people that are looking a little too hard. Like they want to be the one that like discovered it, you know? Like, ooh, I caught her. It's like, but you didn't, you know what I mean? Like no one even noticed until years in. And then when people thought they were being smart and like, ooh, I'm going to expose her because her lips are about to blow up. It's like, I wasn't even doing anything. They just blew up naturally when I was pregnant. And then, yeah, they were just amorphous and weird. But I'm extremely happy with how they look now. So if you guys have any questions, even though I probably covered everything. Oh, it's Juvederm, if you're wondering what the filler is. Not painful. She did a dental block. All the times in the past, it was always just a numbing cream, but she did a full-on dental block. But I know at California Cosmetics, they have a different technique than what's usually done. They do like micro droplets, so it's a lot of pokes. Once you're numbed, you don't feel anything. Downtime, I swelled up like crazy when I got them dissolved.
Gotta give it a day, you're gonna be like bulging.
I look like Kris Jenner. Like Horton Hears a Who. I don't even know what my face is doing. But I love the color of them. Right?
Yeah, they look really pretty.
I look like a real housewife right now.
You do. An Italian housewife.
Oh my God, this is so funny. But I literally could see them going down. Like it went down a lot by the time I got home. Okay, they're like going down right before my eyes. Like this bottom one especially. I kind of like how they're like starting to look. But it's gonna go down to like nothing. Ooh, I'm already bruising. Right there.
Are you? That's the part that hurt, remember? When she was like...
Oh yeah. They were a little tender for a couple days and they were pretty bruised. Oh my God, the bruising. Nothing that makeup couldn't cover. Getting them redone, I didn't bruise, but they were a little swollen just from all the pricks or whatever. It took about a week for all the swelling to go down. And yeah, it's been about a week and a half since I got them done. So I'm really, really happy. Yeah, if you have any questions, let me know below. Anything disrespectful or annoying will get flagged. I am in a new mindset of life and I need to protect my peace. So don't waste your time. All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed this. Please subscribe if you're not already. I hope I didn't ramble too much, but I guess that's just my style. Sorry, but I'll talk to you guys soon.